Have you ever walked into a space and felt like something just clicked? A vibe, a mood, an atmosphere that pulls you in? 9 times out of 10, the secret ingredient behind that feeling is an accent wall. An accent wall has the power to transform an ordinary room into a masterpiece. But how do you go about creating one? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Dreamscape Designs. Today, we're going to break it all down. Let's dive in. First, let's take a moment to understand why accent walls are so effective. The walls of a room are like its canvas. Most of them fade into the background, supporting the furniture, the decor, and everything else. But an accent wall is the spotlight. It's where the eye lands first. Now, this doesn't mean it has to scream for attention. Some of the best accent walls are subtle, soft textures and muted colors that quietly elevate the room. The beauty lies in how they create contrast. The texture might draw you in, or a perfectly chosen color that sets the tone. Whatever it is, an accent wall gives a space its personality, its heart. So, how do you find your accent wall's personality? It starts with choosing a direction, texture or color, or maybe both. Let's start with textures. This is where things get exciting because the possibilities are endless. Some materials have their own story to tell. Wood, for instance, can instantly make a space feel warm and inviting. You might go for sleek, modern panels for a polished look, or rough, reclaimed wood for something more rustic. And then there's brick. Who doesn't love the charm of an exposed brick wall? If you don't have one naturally, no problem. Faux brick panels are a fantastic alternative. Once you paint them, they can become anything from edgy and industrial to soft and elegant. Plaster, on the other hand, is all about softness. A plastered wall, whether smooth or slightly uneven, adds a handcrafted, organic quality to your space. Pair it with the right lighting, and suddenly, the wall comes alive, full of depth and character. And let's not forget the power of wallpaper. Modern designs with embossed patterns or metallic finishes can mimic texture beautifully. And if you ever get bored of it, wallpaper today is easier than ever to remove or replace. Now let's talk about color. If texture is about drama and depth, muted colors are about elegance and restraint. Muted doesn't mean dull. It means sophisticated. It means taking a bold color, like green, blue, or even orange, and dialing it back. Imagine a sage green, dusty rose, or a deep, smoky gray. These shades have a timeless quality that blends seamlessly with almost any decor. Here's the magic of muted colors. They don't overpower. Instead, they create harmony. You might notice how they shift in tone as the light changes throughout the day, adding subtle layers of complexity to your space. And because these colors are soft, they allow you to play with bolder accents in your furniture or decor. A muted wall becomes a canvas for everything else. A gold-framed mirror, a vibrant piece of art, or even simple, clean lines. Here's where the magic happens. Combining texture and color. Let's say you're working with a wood-paneled wall. You could leave the wood in its natural state for warmth, or paint it a muted shade for a more modern look. The combination of texture and color creates a dynamic that's hard to beat. Or take a textured plaster wall. Instead of leaving it stark, consider painting it in a soft neutral. The paint will highlight the plaster's subtle variations, making it feel alive and tactile. Even wallpaper can join the party. A muted floral design or an abstract geometric pattern in soft tones can deliver both color and a hint of texture. It's all about balance, letting the wall stand out while complementing the overall space. So, how do you actually create your accent wall? First, choose the wall that naturally draws attention. It could be the one behind your sofa, the headboard of your bed, or wherever your eyes naturally go when you walk into the space. Once you've chosen your wall, decide on your approach, texture, color, or both. If you're going the DIY route, don't rush. Take time to test paint samples and layout panels, or practice wallpaper installation on a smaller area. And don't forget the lighting. A well-lit accent wall can look entirely different from one that's left in shadows. Consider sconces, spotlights, or even natural light to highlight your work. Creating an accent wall is more than just a design choice. It's an opportunity to transform your space without a full-scale renovation. It's where creativity meets functionality, where the smallest details can make the biggest impact. If you're drawn to textures that beg to be touched or colors that quietly soothe the soul, your accent wall is a reflection of your personality. It's your statement, your story. And the best part? There are no rules. If it feels right to you, it is right. So, are you ready to turn your wall into a work of art? The tools are in your hands, the ideas are in your head, and the possibilities are endless. Go ahead, make that statement. Thanks for joining us at Dreamscape Designs. Don't forget to subscribe for more home inspiration, and let us know in the comments what accent wall idea you're excited to try. See you next time.